there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the next spoiler coverage for the week. We have some red stuff. It's not a big package of stuff, but we do have some new red cards. Starting off with Athena, the Titan of Revenge. She's a 3-drop 7/7 12 Apostles. She has Swiftness, and whenever this damage is dealt to you, you put 2 +100/+100 counters on this card. And then for 1 red, this card deals 100 damage to each player. So essentially what it means is once she's on board, every time you're going to take some damage, she's going to get stronger. And she has a way, if your opponent is being kind of slow about it, you can just kind of burn yourself for a quick 100 damage, and then suddenly, bam, she becomes a 9/9 or an 11/11 or more and more and more the more damage you take. So pretty cool, definitely more of a mid-range kind of red card, or I guess Rush, you know, if you're expecting to have lots of life to be able to burn yourself with, can be potentially very, very powerful, but I do like the fact that she is kind of answerable. She doesn't necessarily have this kind of all-inspiring, effectiveness that's always going to be there. And for a 3-drop with 7/7, those stats aren't like the best thing that we've ever seen. So I really like this. I think that red has definitely kind of gotten a little overpowered in the past, and I think Athena is a good way to kind of shift it back to being a little bit more balanced. Then we have the Infernal Spirit of Savaria. This is a 1-drop red 4/4 spirit. Whenever this card attacks, it deals 200 damage to you. This is a good way to, trigger things like Athena, but at the same time, we've had a 1-drop 4/4 in the past that didn't have any kind of negative effects. So I almost would have liked to see this be a 1-drop 5/5, just to make the burn to self kind of worth the damage. We also had like one, with Ebony Devil, 1-drop 5/5 that, you hurt yourself for 200 damage every turn. When it was on the board. So I kind of wish that was the case. The fact that it only deals damage to you when it attacks, I think also kind of makes up for it. But all in all, this card is not super impressive in my book. Then we have the Time-Traveling Emissary. This is a 1-drop 0/400, and you can tap to remove the top card of your main deck from the game, and this card deals 200 damage to target Resonator. So this is obviously an Allosaurus card. It's meant to kind of help exile stuff. You can do it during your upkeep to remove a card, burn something for 200, put that little bit of damage on it for the turn, and then untap him to keep him safe, because he's certainly not going to be doing any damage by himself. I think this is an okay card for Allosaurus, especially when we have cards like Demon Flame and stuff. Ping something for 200, untap, hit it with a Demon Flame and kill it. And you've also processed yourself towards getting a better, cheaper Judgment, so not too bad. Then we have the Blessing of Athena. It is a 1-drop red Addition Resonator, and then whenever added Resonator attacks, it gains 500/500 until the end of the turn, and it deals 500 damage to you. So essentially, for 1 red, you get an extra 500/500 bonus every time you attack, and you thunder yourself. Now this triggers Athena. She's going to become stronger, so if you had this on her, so if you played it and immediately put the Blessing on her, she would be swinging for 14/14 on the first swing, because of that fact that she would burn herself and get her trigger before she deals damage. That's not too bad for a 4-drop, but I mean, the fact that you have to do 500 damage to yourself is pretty massive. 8 thunders wins the game. And this essentially says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and thunder myself every time I attack. So I think this card can quickly become pretty dead, especially as the game goes on. But still, interesting little mechanic to help kind of boost Athena along. Then we have the Memory of Flame, 2-drop Spell Chant Standby, and then its trigger is when you play a Spell Chant or Spell Chant instant card, if that card would deal damage, it deals that much plus 600 instead. So essentially, this turns any kind of card that you can use into suddenly a massive card. In like Flames of Outer World, okay, that's going to be 1400 damage now instead. You can Thunder, okay, well that's an 1100 damage. you know, all kind of burn to cinders. Okay, that's 1400 damage too. Like this, or even think about it as Split Heaven and Earth. Play Split Heaven and Earth, it's gonna deal, I don't know, 1200 damage, and actually it's gonna deal 1800 damage. Wow, okay. So that could actually finish your opponent off if they're not careful. A Split Heaven and Earth are like, oh, I'm outside of split range. Oh, well, now you're dealing with a Memory of Flame. So you're not really outside of split range at all. So pretty cool card. I think this is honestly my favorite card of the stuff that has been spoiled today, just because of the fact that it does provide some more options for burn. With Allosaurus needing those kind of options, I'm okay with that. So that's it for the spoilers for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comment sections down below. Like and subscribe as always, and until next time, this is DMO73 signing off.